Stop self-sabotaging yourself. Let's stop ending our limiting beliefs and start sort of thinking, what is it that I can do? And let's start reaching our goals, our aspirations and things that we really do deserve. Self-improvement starts with self-reflection, and sometimes self-sabotage stops us from doing that. I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm not very good at this, I'm useless. And we need to get that to take a hike. And I'll show you how to use simple questions to unlock your potential by improved reflection. So it's important that we start to end your self-sabotaging by using these reflection questions to bring mindfulness, and that's a really important word, to our everyday activities so we can enjoy them more. And this is what this is all about. Self-reflection gives you a more successful life. Now that may be materialistic things, money things, or just happiness. I think that's my definition of success. So don't put it off. Let's start now. But we need to make sure that we're asking ourselves the right questions and reflecting on the right things that make the positive impacts. So what is self-sabotage? It's those limiting beliefs that hold us back, prevents us from going forward, doing things, putting your hand up, getting involved, making things happen. It won't allow you to enjoy your success and your freedom and even our overall happiness. We can be perhaps a little bit too hard on ourselves. We forget and stop enjoying ourselves. And this is because of our mindset has been programmed in a different way. And what I want us to do is to gently reprogram ourselves. And it's about how we talk to ourselves. Those little conversations, you're no good at that. Oh God, I've got that meeting tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to that. And those sort of things. And perhaps looking at other areas and going, oh, should I do that? Or I think I'll stay at home. Or I don't really want to get involved. Look, you've got to now start putting yourself forward. And it's about coming outside of our comfort zone into our challenge zone and taking on new things, because it just makes life a lot more enjoyable. So how does self-sabotage sort of manifest itself? Well, it can get sort of right through our body, through, or how we feel about things. We start coming up with excuses of why not to do things. We don't take credit for the things that we have done. We're always pushing other people forward or singing their praises, but never talking positively about ourselves. We start procrastinating and putting things off. Oh, perhaps another day I'll do that. We stop sort of acting on our interests. We're always putting other people forward and thinking about them, which is a lovely thing to do. But sometimes if you looked after yourself better, you'd be able to help others even more. You stop looking forward to things. You'll start worrying about things. And we don't sort of perhaps have goals and aspirations. And it can have a big effect on our mental well-being. We know what we should do, but we just won't do it. And the crazy thing is, if a friend asked you for advice, you tell them exactly what they should do. Oh, you should do this, you should do that. Well, perhaps you ought to go and look in the mirror and think, are you listening to your own advice? And I think that's really quite important to stop this self-sabotage manifesting itself within us. Now, it's great to see that you're still with me, so I hope you're enjoying the video. And because of that, I'd like to offer you a free download. If you look in the link below, you'll see that it's a very helpful document to help develop your future-proofing yourself and your self-improvement and development. Give it a go, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So what can be achieved by us stopping self-sabotage? Well, we can start living our lives for one, which is quite a nice thing. We may start to say to yourself, oh, I fancy doing that, and feel comfortable in going and doing it. You become free to do what you want to do, which I think is always important in life. You take on new responsibilities and opportunities at work, getting involved in projects, meetings, client meetings, team events, organising things and feeling comfortable in your own skin about doing these things. It also helps us demonstrate to others our capabilities and what we're made of, and that, we can be trusted. And it gives them the opportunity to see the qualities that we have. And it just paints ourselves in a better light. As I said, new responsibilities, new opportunities, new learnings. Sounds good? Hey, let's start working on this self-sabotage bit then, and putting yourself forward. So, how are we going to go about doing it? Here's how. Now, we talked about some reflection questions, and we've already asked yourself a few questions to think about making some changes, but how do you do it? I think one of my favourite, or my two favourite questions are, what's gone well, and what have I learnt about myself as a positive thing recently, or perhaps this year, or whatever period of time you want to do. And start making some notes on this. Start, writing down, okay, it's been a tough week. I've had some tough conversations, but what's gone well and what have I learned? I've dealt with them, done it before, I can do it again. These are really important questions, along with your goal setting questions and things that, you want to go and do for yourself. Start just reflecting on what's gone well and, what have I learned about myself? And the third one to put in there, what have I enjoyed? Because if I've enjoyed it, why don't I go and do a bit more of it? Sounds like a nice idea, doesn't it? I know it sounds simple. It's easy steps, coming outside our comfort zone, into our challenge zone. Start to also use a notebook to create perhaps a journal or a bit of a diary of these accomplishments of what you've learned and what's gone well, and start, jotting them down. And then you reflect back over a month and go, look what I've done. I can start feeling more proud about myself. I can start feeling more positive about myself. But you've got to work at this. It doesn't just come. Also, perhaps find certain people that you trust, that you can have these conversations with, that they will give you and see your qualities. And they may perhaps give you some bit of harsh feedback. I quite often do this to the people I coach and on my training courses. And sometimes they get a bit embarrassed, but I say to them, just be you with responsibility and enjoy the journey. What, I can just be me? Yeah, why not? But as long as you take responsibility for your actions, I learned that one. So this is a really important technique, just to start thinking about what's gone well and what have I learnt about myself. And the third one, what did I enjoy? Another technique I use a lot, and that is flip it. Flip. There it goes. So you flip the negative into a positive. And I think this is really important. It takes practice, like everything. You can't just watch this video and it all works. You've got to go away and practice these things, or rewind the video and make some notes about the things that you're going to do. But this is really quite important. So here's some examples. On Monday, I've got a really difficult meeting coming up. I don't want to go to it. I'm going to be challenged, and it's going to be some difficult people there, and they're going to ask me some really awkward questions. So that's the negative that I can self-sabotage on. I'm not capable, I'm not worthy. Hey, let's flip it. Flip it as if you're flipping a coin. This is a really good opportunity and a really good experience. Because if I can learn to deal with these people and these questions, I can deal with most things. It doesn't get much harder than what's going to happen on Monday. So that's taking the negative and flipping it into a positive. Next one. I've got a presentation that I really don't want to do. They're all going to look at me and think he doesn't know what he's talking about. Let's flip it into a positive. Well, how else will people know my ideas? How else will people know what I'm capable of doing? I've got to wave my flag and stand up and show that I'm capable. Because if I don't do it, who's going to do it for me? And that's a really good example that we've got to be able to, stand up and present. So that's the second one. The third one, we're all going to struggle with this one. I've got to talk positively about myself. Well, write down 3 things you're good at, 3 things you enjoy, 3 great accomplishments. Write them in your notebook. Perhaps get some advice from other people. And then start thinking, I can talk positively about myself and use good examples. Because if I don't do it, who's going to do it for me? Exactly. If you don't wave your flag, who's going to do it for you? And the self-sabotage starts to drift away, and we start to then become more positive about ourselves and thinking, I can do these because there's good factual examples when I've done them in the past, I can do it in the future. It's a really good technique. So give it a go. Write it down, make it part of your weekly activity. And when you get those negative thoughts at night, in the evenings, in the mornings, on the way to work or whatever, during meetings, flip it. Always see it as a great opportunity to learn and develop. So what other actionable steps can we do to, overcome this self-sabotage? Take some small steps. We've talked about this on other videos, coming outside our comfort zone into our challenge zone. So consciously go outside of your comfort zone, but a little bit at a time. Don't sort of go from there to there, because you might crash and burn, and that can have other negative thoughts on or impact on us. So yeah, just little bit learnings. They're new experiences. Life is about taking on new experiences. That's how we learn. So if in doubt, go and grab an experience. Really important concept. Feel the fear and just take the action. Feel the fear and do it anyway. There's a great book if you want to look that up. Feel the fear. Just give it a go. Sometimes you just got to face these things full on. I'm going to go and do it. I'm going to contact those people. I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to go and do something for me. I'm going to go and book a holiday for myself. I'm going to go and apply for that job. Elbows out. Let's get involved. Controlling the controllable. All the things that you can't control, tell them to take a hike. And that's really important. The things that you can't control other people, politics, the weather, the traffic, the environment, the economy. Yeah, just focus on what you can control and your reaction. That is a great way of managing our self-sabotage and just becoming more happier in the process. Practice positive talk. Come on, I've already asked you 3 things you're good at, 3 things you enjoy. Write them down and go, yeah, I'm good at these things, and these are the reasons why. You don't have to stand in front of a mirror. God, I'm great. God, I'm brilliant. You just need to have some good factual examples of what you're good at and be comfortable in talking to people about them. Find someone that you trust that you can have these conversations with. Need any help? Give me a ring. So, here we come to the end of the video. 3 really important things to think about. You deserve to be happy and enjoy what you do. And if you don't do it, who's going to do it for you? Collect examples of what's gone well, what you've learned about yourself, plus what you've enjoyed. Write them down. Number 3, lots of positive self-talk. And use flip it. Yeah, use flip it. Turn a negative into a positive. Work on it. And as I said earlier, you're very good at telling other people this, but sometimes you now need to listen to yourself. Yeah, always look for the positives. So deserve to be happy, examples of what's gone well, and lots of great self-talk. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please like the video, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.